Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to share with you my workout routine and what I eat in a week. I decided to do this because I have had a couple people ask me about it. So I'm sorry if this isn't your cup of tea. I know this is a little bit different than what I ordinarily do on my channel, but I thought that I would share this. So every morning to start my day, I do have coffee and I do put some bone broth collagen in my coffee. And then before I do a workout, I have a protein shake. Ordinarily, I do put some frozen berries in it. I also use coconut water and other various supplements in there. But today I needed to do something really quick, and so I just used this shaker bottle to put some protein powder with the coconut water. And then with my water, I will mix in some creatine and also some electrolyte drops. Actually, I also put those electrolyte drops in my coffee first thing in the morning because it's really important to stay hydrated. But the creatine helps with muscle recovery, muscle building, so that's why I do creatine every day. So that is kind of what I do as far as my supplement routine. I do actually also take pill form supplements. If you're interested in the variety of pill form supplements I take, let me know down in the comments and I can let you know. I take a variety of them. But I'm starting to film this video on Monday, and I'm gonna just take you throughout my week to show you what I do. Mondays, I either go on a run or I do a HIIT workout here at home. And today I'm choosing to do a HIIT workout because I know I'm a wimp, but I do not want to run in 45 degrees, which is what it is outside this morning. So I am going to stay right here in my comfy, cozy home and do a HIIT workout. Okay, friends, I did forget to mention that since today is Thursday, that means I will be sharing my Thoughtful Thursday thoughts. And if you're new around here or just don't know what that means, I just like to share my thoughts on a topic in the voiceover each Thursday. And for today's chat, I wanted to align it with this content that I'm sharing today. And so I am going to be talking about the importance of health and wellness. It may be obvious to you how passionate I am about health and wellness and that I prioritize it in my life just because of how often I bring it up in these Thursday videos. And if you follow me over on Instagram, I'm often sharing some motivation with pictures of me getting my workouts done in my Instagram stories and such. From my personal experience, I have found that exercising, eating healthy, drinking plenty of water and electrolytes, and getting good sleep not only helps with physical health, but also with mental health. Of course, there are so many studies that have shown this to be true as well. I feel like prioritizing these things truly has saved me mentally throughout the years. I have struggled with anxiety pretty much throughout my entire life, and I've definitely have had periods of struggling with depression, and having these healthy habits has really helped me through those times. It can be easy to make excuses as to why we don't have time to work out and eat healthy. I know that the way my life is right now, I do have more margin than when my kids were young, but I do have to tell you, even when all three of my kids were in school and involved in different activities, during that time, I also had a part-time job, and I also worked basically part-time with a non-for-profit organization. I still prioritized these things. Maybe I didn't spend quite as much time on like working out, back then as I do now, but I definitely still made time to prioritize these things. I knew that if I did, I would feel better and be able to maintain the busy schedule more easily if I were healthy and strong. It's honestly, in my opinion, not that people don't have time, it's that they don't prioritize it. Everyone gets to choose what they prioritize in life, and I personally have found that it's really important to prioritize health and wellness. I also want to share, now that my kids are young adults, how important it is to be an example to your children with health and wellness. Your habits and your actions will speak to them far more than your words. And my kids have adopted some of these same healthy habits that they have seen me prioritize for years. I know that I've shared this on my channel before, but it bears repeating that you choose your hard. It is hard to remain disciplined and week after week commit the time to working out and preparing healthy meals. But it is also hard to feel tired and out of shape. We all must decide which is the harder hard. I will share more thoughts throughout this video as the week progresses. Okay, my friends, I was on the struggle bus today. I wonder if it's because daylight savings time started yesterday. So my sleep maybe is a little bit off, and that's why it was rough. But it was only a 30-minute workout, so I feel like a bit of a wimp today. However, I was able to get it done. I didn't obviously film every second of that 30 minutes because that would be boring, especially since I'm trying to show you my workouts throughout my entire week. So anyway, Monday workout is done. I did meet a friend for coffee at Starbucks kind of around lunchtime. So I just grabbed a coffee and then some of those bacon egg bites. And that was a few hours ago now. And I know that really wasn't enough food, especially since I didn't even put berries in my protein shake. And now today is a crazy day. Today is a very, very busy day. And so I guess I'm not prioritizing eating, which probably isn't good, but I just made a little trail mix of things. I threw some various nuts in there, some miniature chocolate chips, and some raisins. And that's what I'm going with as a snack. I need to really focus on protein for dinner. So it's a Monday, and I don't cook dinner for the whole family on Monday, so hopefully I can make the protein situation happen for me. But anyway, just wanted to give a quick update. Okay, so here is my dinner for tonight. On Mondays, I just cook for myself, and so I do really simple things. I just threw a grass-fed beef burger in the air fryer, and then I also cooked some broccoli, threw some avocado on top, and some homemade chipotle cream sauce that we just keep on hand. So this is my dinner. Hello friends, and happy Tuesday. This is Tuesday. I'm at the gym. I had my protein shake before I came here, and on Tuesdays I do a lifting session. So I will be lifting weights today. The workout routine that I've been doing is pretty intense. It usually takes me about 2 hours, which I know is like not practical or sustainable for a lot of people, but with my life the way it is right now, I do have margin in my life to devote to this. So I truly do appreciate that. So that is what I'm going to be doing, and I wanted to share with you this app that I use to keep track of my workouts, to make sure I'm doing each of the moves and each of the sets, etc. It is called the Strong app, and I really appreciate it. There is some upfront work because you have to enter in all of your workout, or like all of your sets that you're doing, all the different moves you're doing. So there is upfront work, but once you have it all entered in, it's really convenient to be able to keep track of what you're doing to make sure you don't forget anything. And then you can also keep track of your progress. And if you go up in weight or do more reps or whatever, you can keep track of all of that in the app, and so you don't have to remember any of it. So yeah, it's really convenient. But I am gonna go in and get this workout done. I definitely have needed these workouts lately. I have found that honestly, doing weightlifting provides more energy release. It helps my anxiety more than aerobic exercise, which I was really surprised by. But now that I've been consistently lifting weights for almost 6 months, I have been noticing that. I also feel like it might release more endorphins than doing aerobic exercise like running or the HIIT workouts. So I've really actually been enjoying weightlifting. So anyway, I need to get in and get it done.
Is it already Monday? 'Cause I'm tired of the mundane. Could you just come and take my hand? Take me to a foreign land.
I think we're on the same page, and I hear what you're trying to say. What if we changed up all our plans? Don't know where to go, but we'll just pack our bags. Anywhere as long as I'm with you. Let's run away. Look, I take it one way. Let me imagine it just for a moment. Let's run away on a summer day. I'll book us a hotel room, make it an ocean view. Let's run away. Let's run away. Let's run away. 나 요즘 꿀꿀한데 도망가지 않을래. 너와 함께라면 좋아. We don't have time, so 지금 가자. I don't need a lot, no forget-me-nots.
Okay, I just got back from the gym and I made myself a egg bagel. These bagels are homemade. They're actually quite simple. It's just flour with Greek yogurt and some baking powder. And then I always put some spices in there too. And then I did put some truffle hot sauce on top of my fried eggs. So I'm gonna have that. And then, oh my gosh, I got hot sauce on my finger. I am going to also have probably 2 cuties. I'm gonna start with one, but they're so small that I can usually eat 2. So this is my lunch. Okay, I did just go on a hike today too. I just got back and I'm eating some vegan yogurt. It's protein yogurt with some homemade granola for a little snack. It's actually already past 5, but I just need to eat a little something before dinner. It's Tuesday, so naturally tacos for dinner. I did put cheese on mine, which I don't always do, and these are beef tacos with fajita vegetables and guacamole. Also, these are the tortillas that I like. They are grain-free cassava flour tortillas, the Siete brand. Okay friends, today it's Wednesday and I just wanted to check in really quick. I just got back from my daily walk and yes, I was wearing trouser pants on said walk, but to be fair, these are really comfy, arguably more comfy than workout pants. But anyway, I wanted to share with you what I do on Wednesdays with regards to workout and meals and all of that. So Wednesdays is actually my day off. I take 2 days off per week with regards to working out. I don't work out on Wednesdays or Sundays. At least I don't do a rigorous workout. I do go on walks on those days, but that's all I do. And I have learned that it is really important to let your muscles rest, let them recover. That is the way that they're going to grow. So I have 2 days off per week. But in addition to that, on Wednesdays, so this is actually not something I had planned on sharing on my channel, but I guess because I'm doing this video, I will share this. On Wednesdays, I actually do a fast. So my last meal time is on Tuesday evening for dinner, and then I don't eat again until Wednesday evening for dinner. So it's a 24-hour fast, and it's actually not for health reasons. It is for spiritual reasons. Wednesday is a day that I set aside time to make sure that I have time to pray, and so Wednesdays is a day of prayer and fasting for me. And I also just like to spend some extra time reading the Bible and that sort of thing. But with that said, I will say I know that fasting is good for you health-wise. Just like your muscles need rest, your digestive system also needs rest. So it is good for my health as well. But I started doing this just a couple of months ago, and it was for specifically, like I said, to spend some extra time in prayer each week. So that is my check-in for Wednesday. Okay, so on Wednesday nights, I do not cook for the whole family. We just all fend for ourselves. And for me, that usually means just using up whatever we have available in our fridge. So please, no judgment on this randomness here. But I just roasted some butternut squash, threw on some of that Rouse marinara sauce, some leftover beef, and then I also sauteed some kale to pair with it. So this is my dinner. Okay, still Wednesday, but I wanted to show you that I did have dessert tonight. And this is a really simple dessert that this is my first time trying it. It's just frozen raspberries with coconut, vanilla, and maple syrup. And you press it in a pan and freeze it. And then I topped it with chocolate. The recipe actually said dip it, but I always have trouble dipping things like this in chocolate, so I just topped it. But I'm looking forward to giving this a try. It sounds delicious.
I just wanna feel like this, living life, no regrets. Hands up in the air like ooh, nothing's gonna break my mood. Yeah, I just wanna feel like this. On my feet, hit the game, winning shots, celebrated with the team like I'm living, like I never had a doubt in my mind that today is gonna be the best day in my life. Well, wouldn't that be nice if life was like the movies? Sometimes I forget to write myself into the story. So every time that I don't feel right, I find someone I love and tell them I just wanna feel like this, living life, no regrets. In the air like ooh, nothing's gonna break my mood. Yeah, I just wanna feel like this. Feel like this. Feel like this. Yeah, feel like this. I just wanna feel like laughing with my friends, making music in the studio, write a couple songs, maybe hear them on the radio. I wanna feel like I'm ahead of the curve, yeah, so far off the ground like I'm on top of the world, yeah. I wanna hear the crowds like I'm playing in a stadium, people screaming loud while I'm standing on the podium. Look into the camera, how you feel right now, grab the microphone and tell the world that I just wanna feel.
Okay, my friends, my Thursday workout is done. 2 hours later. I also went into the sauna. I'm trying my best to get some shots at the gym, but there's a couple of things. First of all, I'm obviously not going to share the entire workout just because I did pay for it. I can definitely link down below where I got that workout from. It is from the guys from the Mind Pump podcast. So I will be sure to link everything down in my description box. But that's one reason. But another reason is it's kind of hard to film in the gym. I want to make sure that I'm not invading the privacy of other people who are trying to get their workout done. I know that can feel like an invasion of privacy if someone is filming you. And actually yesterday I was talking to a gal who was working out next to me. She had wanted me to film her, and so I was just chatting with her about how hard it is to film yourself in the gym. And she was saying the other day she was with her friend, and her friend had a tripod, and one of the workers came up and told her to quit filming, to put the tripod away. So then that kind of scared me from bringing my tripod in, but I risked it and I did it. But I tried to get shots where people were not in the shots. But anyway, yeah, done with my workout for today. It always feels so amazing. I think I've said this before, if not in this video, then in another video, but lifting weights for me definitely releases a lot of stress and anxiety, releases those endorphins, and just makes me feel a whole lot better. So with that, I'm gonna go home and make myself some protein. Okay, back from the gym, and filming my food is making me realize like I'm not very creative. I eat a lot of eggs, I eat a lot of protein yogurt. So this is just eggs with some spinach and pickled onions. And then this is some more of that vegan protein yogurt. It's just like Greek yogurt with protein added, and then some homemade granola on top. So this will be my lunch. Okay, this is my Thursday afternoon snack. Like I said, I feel like I eat the same thing all the time. I just threw together a bunch of nuts, seeds, and some raisins. And then I'm actually drinking this drink. It is pomegranate juice with sparkling water, and I like the Waterloo brand. And I love the combination of the grape flavor Waterloo brand sparkling water with the pomegranate juice. It is so good. It's such a nice little treat since I usually just drink water or coffee. Okay, this is tonight's dinner. It is a coconut curry meatball recipe. This is ground chicken that I used, and then I'm serving it with cauliflower rice. And this is actually a recipe I found a very long time ago, the first time I did Whole30. And it is a Whole30 recipe, but it's just really good. So I love it. So I make this every once in a while, and I probably will have another one of those raspberry chocolate bars after dinner tonight for my dessert. Hello, my friends, and happy Friday. Well, it's Friday for me anyway, and today is a cardio day, and so I decided to come down to the hike and bike trail here in Austin to go on a run. It is a gorgeous day here this morning, and so I thought it was worth the trip to come here today. This definitely is one of my favorite places. It is definitely a happy place for me. I get so energized, and I always feel like I'm running faster here. I don't know if it's the energy of the other people around me or what, but I just love running here. And I usually do a 3 or 4 mile loop. Every once in a while, I'll push myself and do 5. I'm thinking today that I'm leaning towards 4, but what I like to do is, it is a loop, and so I like to go out and just see how I'm feeling. You know, once I get to that place where I have to make the decision if I go further or go ahead and loop back around. So that's at about the 1.5 mile mark. I'll know by then, do I want to go on to 4? I am feeling lots of energy today. It feels like anxious energy, which really is not uncommon for me, so there's that. But yeah, today is a running day. I did go ahead and have my protein shake before I headed here, and then as always I do have my creatine and electrolyte water. waiting for me for after I get done. I'll actually drink some of it before I head out. But this is my workout for Friday. Okay, my friends, I just finished my run. I did go 4 miles, but I do have to admit I was really on the struggle bus today. I'm not exactly sure why. It might be because I actually don't run very often anymore. There was a time in my life when I was running 3 or 4 times a week, but now my focus is on weightlifting, and so I just don't run as often. So yeah, I was on the struggle bus, but I did want to push myself. I got to that like turnaround point where I could have gone 3 miles, and I was like, no, you can do it, Joy. It is a beautiful day, and you need to take these opportunities when you can, because before we know it, it's going to be 105 outside. So since it was a beautiful day, I was like, I've got to do this. But I did want to share with you, I really do my best thinking when I'm running. Even if I'm listening to music or a podcast or something else, like my mind is just able to wander when I'm doing something so repetitive. I am telling you, there is something to these intention bracelets. I promise you, I am not trying to be a salesperson. That is not me. Seriously, that is not me at all. I'm just telling you, there is something to these Otter Spirit intentions bracelets, because I've been wearing these New Beginnings bracelets since I got them. I feel like it's been about a week that I've been wearing them, and yeah, I just feel like ideas are brewing. New beginnings ideas are brewing. So anyway, okay, I'm gonna head home so I can make myself some lunch, and I will catch up with you later. Today's lunch is a homemade protein bagel, and then I put some avocado, onions, pumpkin seeds, spinach, and I drizzled some balsamic glaze sauce. It's all about the sauces. Sauces make everything taste better. Probably not enough protein for me for this meal, but this is what I'm eating. And then I also grabbed 1 cutie. I might grab a second one. I'll see how I feel after I eat this. But this is my lunch. Okay, here is my dinner for tonight. I know this is probably very similar to a dinner that I made the other night. I can't remember when I made it, but whenever I buy butternut squash, I usually have to use it for multiple meals because, you know, it's a pretty big vegetable. So I just roasted some butternut squash, added some peppers and onions, and then some marinara sauce with mozzarella cheese and pepperoni. So it's basically like deconstructed pizza, I guess. So yeah, that is my dinner for tonight. Okay, my friends, it is Saturday. This is the last day I will be filming because tomorrow on Sunday is a rest day for me. Like I mentioned earlier in the week, I do still walk on Sundays, but I do not do any sort of rigorous workout. I just finished my usual lifting workout at the gym and also went into the sauna. I almost didn't go into the sauna today, but it's hard to not to. I'm like, I'll regret it if I don't just get it done. So I went ahead and got it done. And y'all, honestly, I was hesitant to start lifting weights. I have lifted weights off and on throughout my life, just to cross train for, I used to run long distance races, but running has always been my thing. I've always loved running, and I've always felt like cardio really gives me those endorphins, really helps manage my anxiety and my stress. But I am finding how much lifting does that for me. And I just love coming to the gym. It is like my me time where I don't have to worry about anything else other than focusing on this workout. And so I really appreciate that. And honestly, if you are struggling to get into the habit of going to the gym, I would just highly encourage you to just say, I'm going to go 1 day a week for the next 4 weeks, and just challenge yourself to do something just for 1 month and minimal. Don't say, I'm going to go to the gym 4 times a week this month. No, challenge yourself to do something really simple. You may find that you really enjoy it, like I have found. And on the days where I'm not going to the gym, I'm like, oh, I don't get to go to the gym today. I mean, some days it's like, wow, I really don't feel like I have time for this. But anyway, I just want to encourage you, because I want to let you know that like I wasn't always like, ooh, yay, I'm going to go to the gym. So just give it a try and see how you feel. Just do a small challenge. But yeah, I really, really enjoy it. But got my workout in for Saturday, and I'm gonna get on with the rest of my day. Okay, you know what I am learning from filming my food is that I eat a lot of the same things. Either I'm not creative or I'm lazy, but either way, this is what I'm eating, another one of these homemade protein bagels. Today I put peanut butter on it with some hemp seeds. Hemp seeds add some extra protein and other nutrients. You can look that up if you're interested. And then I'm also going to be drinking this cold pressed juice. It's called ginger greens. It has kale, spinach, pineapple, and ginger. Good for immunity. So that is my lunch. Okay, this is my afternoon snack today. It is half of an apple and some cheese slices. So, yep, that is it. Okay, and tonight's dinner we got takeout. We get takeout every Saturday, and this week we got kava, and this is the bowl. I got the super greens and arugula bowl with a bunch of toppings. Okay, my friends, that is all I have for today's video. Like I mentioned, I know this was a little different, but I do hope you enjoyed seeing what I do for my workout routine, what I eat to stay strong and healthy. And I just have to make a side note really quick. I was surprised editing this back how often I was eating cheese, because I really didn't think I was eating dairy as often as I was. Maybe it was just this particular week. But yeah, I think I need to cut back on the dairy because that seemed excessive. But anyway, as always, I do really appreciate you watching all the way until the end. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this video. Let me know if you would like to see more of a variety of videos on my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.